Hey, so it looks like I was offered a choice by CBCS of one or two resolutions for my Stan Lee Lost book. So if you want to hear what happened and give me your feedback whether or not I made the right choice, stick around. Welcome back, comic family. Thank you so much for joining yet again. So anybody that hasn't already heard me vent this about 10 times, if you're new to actually hearing the story, I apologize for people that have heard it a lot, but I'll just give a quick recap. CBCS has signature authentication. And back in the end of March of 2021, I sent in my 1991 Amazing Spider-Man #1, the McFarlane one, just the regular one, not the black or the platinum, just the regular one, autographed by Stan Lee. And I sent it in for grading, which I thought it might get like a 9.2, but more to the point, I wanted to preserve my Stan Lee signature and get the certified label on it. It was delivered. Let me take that back a second. It wasn't in March I sent it. It was the middle of May, and it was delivered on May 27th of 2021. It was a different submission that was March to. Sorry. 6 weeks after it was delivered, and at that point, 4 weeks is how long it took them to receive it in. 6 weeks, I called up and said, hey, why haven't you received this book in yet? It was delivered on, and they said, can you please give us a tracking number? I did. We'll look into it and we'll email you back. 2 weeks later, I call them up. Hey, what's going on with this? Do you have the tracking number? Yes, I gave you the tracking number already. Well, can you give it to me again? What did you do with it last time? So I gave it to him again. Okay, we'll look into it. We'll email you back. 2 weeks later. Hey, what's going on with this? Have you found the book or what? Oh, can you give me the tracking number? I'm like, you gotta be kidding me. So this time I was a woman that I spoke to, and I didn't ask for names. I didn't realize I was going to need these names later on. But she put me on hold, and she went for about 10 minutes or so, and she came back. She said, I just talked with the shipping manager. He has it on his desk. We found your package. Don't you worry. Everything's okay. And it just hasn't made it into the system yet. We'll take care of it. You'll see it like in a week. Okay, great. No problem. 3 weeks later, I call up. You guys still haven't received it into the system. Can you tell me what the tracking number is? Are you kidding me? It's in your system. Oh, yeah. No, we haven't found that yet. I'm like, I was told that you did find it. By who? I don't know. It was a woman that I spoke to. She said it was her and two guys are the only ones that work there, so whoever is the female. Well, there is no female. I know I spoke to a female. I said, okay, fine. What's your name? So he gave me, okay, we'll look into it. We'll send you an email. 9 different phone calls over 5 months. Every time they asked me for the tracking number, every time they said they were going to email me, never emailed me, apparently never looked it up. Get to October. And I call up again, and this guy actually checks out the tracking number. He actually tracks the package and says, this is not a valid tracking number. So I'm thinking, wait, yes it is. I have the receipt in my hands. So I look into it. I say, all right, I'll look into it. And I found out that USPS only stores the tracking information online for people to see it for 120 days. That's it. That's the longest, by the way. UPS and FedEx are shorter. After 120 days, it shows as a non-valid tracking number. The only difference is if you do signature verification, which I highly recommend, and then it's good for 1 year. So I call up again, and I say, look, it was a valid tracking number the first 9 times I gave it to you. And I got into a little bit of debate there, and it got escalated up the chain, and now there's higher-ups that are looking into it. Bottom line is, nope, they never found my comic book. And I had to keep contacting them because they are not responding back to me. And I said, look, you can't find my book. I insured it. I actually contacted the post office in Dallas that delivers to their address. And they went into their archives and found the hand signature because they save it when they're dealing with that company because there are so many complaints. So even though it's not showing up in the system, they have the piece of paper with all the tracking numbers, including mine, and the signature. They gave me the guy's name that I told them, this is who signed for it, and that happens to be the head of their receiving department. So it was obvious that I knew what I was talking about. They can't find the book. So the email I just got back yesterday was I insured the book for $150. They can either process a claim and give me a credit for $150 to my credit card, or he offered me $250 credit at CBCS for whatever. Didn't even say it was for grading or shipping or authentication or whatever. Just I'll give you a $250 credit or $150 cash. And I thought about it, that the lead times are back up on CGC. There are a lot of books that I'd just would like to have them slabbed, but I don't think they're worth being slabbed. If you know what I mean? Like a $20 book, I don't want to spend $25 to have it slabbed, but I think it would look cool in a slab. So I opted to take the $250 credit. Because if I've lost my Stan Lee book, the very least that I could do is get something else that will make me happy. So I'm sure a lot of people would have said, look, I would have taken the $150 and put that towards a CGC yellow label Stan Lee, which I was tempted to do. But I figure, you know what, if I get together a submission and send it in for my $250 credit, I'll have something to open in 7 months. Yeesh. So what do you think? What would you have done? It wasn't like I could take them to small claims court because they're honoring the amount that I declared the value of. I don't know. So, second topic that I want to talk about is I have a coworker. I want to kill him. And if you're seeing this, yeah, I want to kill you. Anyway, he has certain characters that he likes, whatnot, but he wants to get into this for a monetary value. And he asked me to pick him a book. He wants to spend $75 on a comic book. And he said, I just want to spend $75 on a book and put it on the side for 5 years, 10 years, 20 years, and then when I come back, it'll be worth a fortune. Which book should I buy? I said, dude, if it was that easy, we'd all buy that book. We don't, it's speculation at best. I mean, when you do this, first off, expect to lose $75. Second off, pick a character or something that you like. So if it does go down a little bit, at least you still have enjoyment out of it. No. Just pick me out a book. And I'm racking my brains. What should this guy buy on a $75 budget? I'm leaning towards trying to get one of the first 50 either Spider-Man or Fantastic Four books in a raw, in a low to mid grade, because I think that I don't think it's ever going to be worth thousands. Where every key that's in there is already identified what those keys are, but it will slowly go up, kind of like buying a bond instead of a stock, So I'd love to know your thoughts on this. I mean, I'm even thinking about maybe trying to tell him to get something like an 8.5 or 9.0 first appearance of Squirrel Girl. That has, I got a feeling that character is going to be developed later on. Every other character has been researched and micro-analyzed so much that if there's value there, it's already known. So I wouldn't recommend for a long 10, 20-year investment to buy a modern book. It's just too high a print. I would go with something from the Silver Age, or if possible, even a lower grade Golden Age book. But tell me what your thoughts are on that. I would love to hear it. But I did get some books. Yes, I got some books in. So, two of the books that I picked up, well, I got a couple books still coming from eBay. But to show you that I don't just recommend books without personally purchasing them myself, I got my Sensational She-Hulk number 34. Oh, doesn't she look so good? Now, I saw that there are two very light color-breaking spine ticks. But it's still a really nice copy. I think it still could be a 9.2. I don't think it's going to hit a 9.4. Not with the two color break spine ticks, but 9.2. I think it's got a good shot. And I got my She-Hulk number 39 bikini issue. This one, by the way, every one of the She-Hulks that I bought is not a newsstand. Sorry. But yeah, this is a really, really sharp copy. It's got potential. I'm going to pull it out and double check it and press it and clean it. But initial impression on this is that it's definitely got a potential for a 9.6 or a 9.8. And I bought cover A and cover B of this book. This one came in first, which I'm happy with. Star Wars Tales number 21. And it is the direct, come on, there you go, direct sales. The cover B which looks more like a gaming magazine, I guess, is a newsstand. Both of these are, the one I haven't received yet, I haven't seen, only on pictures, but they both look excellent, sharp. These books will be going to CGC because I want those in CGC holders. Like I said, I'm going to use the credit that I'm going to get, which I still haven't gotten a code or anything for. But remember yesterday, during New Comic Book Day, I'm going to cover things here because I need to. I said that I picked up another book that I was waiting until I received in a book that I got so I could show them both. So, well, I'm going to drop this because I'm not coordinated enough anymore. The book that I picked up at Syndicate is Spider-Man 51. Which, by the way, online today, I bought another one. I think this is a great book. I think this is an underrated book because it's the first cover appearance of Kingpin, and a great book. I just got another copy today, which is a 5.0 off-white to white. I think this one's probably going to be more like a 2.5 to a 3. I'm going to have that one slabbed too. But I got to wait for the next group of books that are from the Silver Age. But the great thing about having the 51, it was a nice compliment. Thank you so much. For my ASM number 50 came in. And yes, it is a 4.0, but it's a 4.0. Come on, wrong side. Here we go. White page. So, yeah, this is one of the books that, when I say I buy and sell so I can get to certain books, this is what I'm trying to get to. These are the books that I will buy and sell and try to get myself to. Copies like my ASM 50, which is really cool. Fantastic Four number 9, Doctor Strange 169. Those are my the books that I want to, in the long run, have in my collection. The Secret Wars 8, we'll see. The 252 I will always want to keep because I remember when that book came out and it was on the stand, and I walked right past it looking for the Spider-Man comic because I'm like, what? No, that's some guy in a black suit. And I looked back, I'm like, wait, that's Spider-Man. Why is he doing it in a black suit? It freaked me out as a kid. First appearance of Norman Osborn, first appearance of Mary Jane Watson. Those are the books that I want in my collection. First appearance of Grand Admiral Thrawn and the Clone Wars. Those are going to be personal collection. There are books that are near and dear to me. Now, I told John at Syndicate that I got an ASM 50 in a 4.0 white page. He immediately looked at me and said, if you ever want to sell that, you bring it here. I want to buy it. I said, look, if I ever want to sell that, I will combine it with a couple other books and come in and discuss trading for that first appearance of the Batmobile. Yes, he has a first appearance of the Batmobile, and, oh, God, I don't want to put the wrong grade on it, but I think it's a 3.5 white page. Yeah. And I said, look, you cannot sell that book. He said, well, I got a business run. I said, I don't care, man. Sell your car, sell your kids. You don't sell the first appearance of the Batmobile. I'm a Marvel fan. I still got to give that, that all the love in the world. That's the most famous fictional car, fictional vehicle. Name another. I asked Mrs. Ohana, name another vehicle that's more famous than that. She went, Santa's sleigh. And I looked at her and went, yeah, but Santa's sleigh isn't real. She went, Batmobile's not real. I'm like, it's real to me. Every Batman movie has always had the reveal of what the new Batmobile would look like. It's just as important as Batman himself. So, yeah. See, I'm already in a good mood. I talked about losing the Stan Lee book. I'm like, no, I got Spider-Man. So, yeah, I'm really, really happy about this. I'm really happy that I got a nice grail here. John was looking at different Spider-Man books that he recently purchased, has yet to price, and he pulled out one. I think was it 36? It was something in the 30s or whatever. And he said, yeah, the only book between 1 and 50 that's not a key. And I thought about that all night. I'm like, if that's really true, if 1 through 50, every single book is a key except for 1, then that 1 is a key. It says, it'll say, first book that actually means nothing. So it's only that issue. So anyway, I got to put you on pause for a second. Okay, just had to tell the dogs to be shush. Anyway, so I'm going to wrap this up. I want to thank you guys for joining yet again. Don't forget to click like and subscribe and click on notifications. Share, tell your friends about the channel. Let me know what your thoughts are, like I said, on what's a good book for my friend to look into, having thousands of dollars for his retirement by only investing $75 now. And did I make the right choice with my CBCS choice? I'd like to know. And should I even be sending more books there? I already have 2 more submissions that are in the pipeline. One was received in July, one was received in August. I'm hoping to have them back in, say, January and February. Anyway, other than that, I hope everybody has a wonderful weekend, wonderful day, and until I see you again, mahalo.